Well, look at this messy bench. All kinds of stuff on there. Anyways, I'm at the point now where I just said the light bulb went off, and I got to do a review on FLEXTUR's fixture table. Now, the table's fine. When I say fine, I mean it's flat. I can clamp out into the middle, but there is a lot of maintenance involved. So I wanted to wait. It's actually just over a year that I've had this table. Actually, it's about a year. And I said, you know, I don't like to give reviews right off the hop. I like to sort of give a little bit of time just to sort of run into some issues and see what actually it's all about. So the table itself is a 4x8, and I got the kit. And you know what? The price tag on this was kind of hefty. It was close to $15,000. So the casters are nice. You should have a very even floor, because they're lockable, but they're not adjustable in height. But that really hasn't been an issue. I got like an asphalt floor to my shop, and there's some bumps and there's some grooves here and there, just because it's kind of an old floor. But let's get back to the table. So it comes with I think it's like a 96-piece kit that has a whole assortment of the different stops, and they range anywhere from what are we looking at here? From 3/4 inch, if you can see that, right up to 2 inch. I'm sure there's lots of other things that you can get for this table, but I haven't really had any needs yet. These little V-groove holders, they're kind of, for me, I mean, I haven't really used them yet. But the table itself is solid. It weighs about a ton. It's not moving anywhere, and as I say, you can lock it up. But I do have some issues with the table with doing fixturing. Now, I've done fixturing for over close to 30 years now, and I've done it the old school way, just making stuff, and especially if I got to go out into the bench, that seems to be an issue always. And I really like the aspect that I could clamp down quickly. But if you look here, let's look at one of these clamps. So I've had issues with the clamps, with the pegs. Now, if you look here, they're kind of not super tight in the hole. Like there's a little bit of play, and I know you want that. You don't want them to be tight to be jamming up. But I find low profile thicknesses, they'll clamp pretty tight. But as you start getting higher and higher into it, you get a lot of play. Like, look at that play. Look at that play. That's crazy. And when you use these stops, they have play also. So if you're putting a chunk of material in there and you want to square it off, when you start putting pressure, I find that let's see if we can pick this up, but let's move it right back like that. It moves. Like, you get stopping at the base, but if you have anything of any height, like say if I wanted to put a piece of 2x4 in there, then if you watch this. Look at that lift off. And these little clamps are terrible. Like, I mean, I've used them as like a last resort, but I find myself having to really use a lot of clamps to get this thing to sit flush. Excuse me. So I have some issues with the clamps. I mean, it's too bad they didn't make these blocks that had a hole that was actually, the blocks had adjustable things so that you could sort of offset that variance in the table. But so overall, I'm not super impressed with the table. I like it. I mean, it's nice. I'm able to do stuff, but I do have some problems with the accessories that you get with it. They're kind of cheap. As you can see, I get moisture in the air. Like, I'm down by the water. All my blocks are already all rusted out. I gotta watch that when I'm putting some aluminum fixture, like when I'm making some aluminum fabrications. I know everybody's, oh, use the nitride coated table. Yeah, it's easy to say that, but this is what I have, and this is about the FLEXTUR table. So they do have it organized pretty nice. It's really flat. It's a 1/2 inch top with 3/8 sides, as you can pick that up. So the whole top itself is 1/2 and the sides are 3/8. They put it together very well. There's some good structure underneath, so it's going to stay flat for a long time. I just won't be dropping any or smashing any large heavy things onto here. So you still got to take care of it. I got to watch the coating of it, because I end up having to buff off rust after a little bit of use. Even, excuse me, after 1 week, I find myself having to oil up the surface. So you really got to look after the surface. It will rust out on you if you're in a shop like mine. I have and I'm right down by the water. I work in a marine facility, so maybe this might not have been the best table to buy. Maybe there's better ones out there, sure. But if you're going to use a FLEXTUR fixture table, use it in a dry shop with a nice flat concrete floor, and maybe you might have to do some modifications to your clamps or make your own. I don't think the ones that come with it are the best. They're kind of cheap. I know they say Bessie on it, but Bessie isn't, especially you old farts out there, it isn't like it used to be. They're all made in China. Otherwise, probably Bessie wouldn't even be in business. So if you're going to buy the thing, I would recommend it for that type of a shop, not for the type of shop that I'm in. As you can see, look at that. I got water on my floor. So the humidity factor in the summertime can be a bit much. So if you're thinking of buying one of these tables, make sure you do your homework. Make sure you put it in the right application. Mine probably isn't the best. I'm still able to use it, and when I get another one, I'm definitely going to get a nitride surface table and get something a little bit better quality. So this is what I would consider an average table that's out there on the market. All right, I hope this review of this product helps you out there in buying this. If you have any questions about it that are more detailed, you can just give me a ring in the comments section, and I'll try to answer your questions as best I can. All right, everybody, take care.